Okay,
Yeah,
so then Twin Lab, I'm gonna imagine, is on the grand scheme of things a little bit smaller than, let's say, Microsoft or Harley
yeah,
Davidson. So how did you get from Twin Labs to now working for Microsofts and Strikers and all the
sure.
big dogs?
Yeah, sure. That's a great question. So in the voiceover world, there's a lot of different genres of it. And so
Okay.
you may hear like the commercials that you hear on TV or on the radio or maybe pre-rolls, on YouTube or other online video stuff. There's commercials. There's also narration. So like e-learning, welcome to our
Yeah.
company, click next to continue, here are the rules, that kind of stuff. Onboarding, there's maybe a product specific training. There might be a new sales program being rolled out. So I decided early on that I wanted to focus on business because the commercial stuff is very, very, very competitive. And the big dollar commercial stuff, really at the time when I was really getting into it, LA, New York, Chicago, kind of Atlanta, those are kind of some big markets you need to be in because that's where the casting agents are, frankly. And the studios were all there. Now, I mean, you can be anywhere. I mean, really, I've done national commercials right from this little booth here. But yeah, I decided to focus on businesses. And I strategically said, I'm going to ignore Los Angeles and New York
Oh,
because
okay.
my thinking is there are 48 other states. All of them have business owners and they all have checkbooks and they need narration for their learning programs. And so I decided to really, really focus on that. It's just to answer your question about Microsoft and Harley Davidson, those are legit places that I have narrated for, but most of it's e-learning. Most of
Okay.
it's e-learning. So
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, if you ever go to work at a Honda dealership, I promise you, I will walk you through your e-learning. I have done so much. I mean, like 12 years or so, I've done narration for Honda. Let me think. Here's another one. Lowe's is another one. If you go to work at Lowe's, there's a very good chance you'll hear me walking you through how to put together that little grill over there. So all these things need narration, and the great thing is the check's always cash. That's because when you're a business, I'm not running a nonprofit. I'm running a for-profit, and I want to go where the fish are, and that's where they are. So yeah, I've done narration for Harley Davidson, Microsoft, VMware, State Farm, Lowe's, Stryker, as you mentioned. They're kind of a local company in our area here. There's just I don't look at anybody as a competitor. I really don't, because there's plenty of work out there.
Yeah. Well, and I am not really privy to the whole voiceover industry. The average person doesn't even think about the fact that somebody got paid or somebody had to
Right.
produce the educational video. We just it is what it is. We're used to it. So, very fascinating opportunities, it sounds like.
Well, it's not just, that kind of stuff, but also some of it. I mean, like one genre of voiceover is medical narration,
Okay.
and that's very specialized. I do some of that, but I have colleagues who specialize in that because when you're talking about pronouncing this drug or that procedure or this instrument or whatever, and you're literally instructing physicians on, "Here's the procedure for,
Wow.
whatever it is, and suture it with this." It's like, man, you better sound like you know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
which is why we are all voice actors. Comes in the eyeballs, out the mouth, and I don't remember any of it.
Nice. Nice. What would you say is your most creative or unconventional marketing tactic to get a client?
Boy, that is a really good question. I think in this world of e-newsletters and email blasts and social media, honestly, I think going old school and building relationships is the
Yeah.
way to go. I really do. And it's funny because that used to be the conventional way and then it became unconventional, I feel. But what I'm finding is, I mean, the fact is people hire people they like. And if they don't know you, they can't get to know you and they can't like you, they're not going to hire you. I mean, well, okay, maybe they will, but you'll end up with a customer, not a client. And there's a big difference between the two. So, I mean, I aim for client relationships. I may get to know somebody, but I may not work with them for a couple of 3 years because that's just how it goes. You build relationships. So I think that relationship is really key. I think that what used to be conventional is now almost unconventional.
right.